Beginner tips for print on demand sellers. If you're starting with print on demand right now at the time of this year, we are ending this year. So technically end of the year or the beginning of 2026, let's talk about how to bring in sales. Let's talk about the reality of the business of print on demand at this current situation and what you could do differently to help you bring in sales. It could be for a beginner sellers, could be someone newbies, or even the intermediate sellers who get the couple of sales in the beginning but now struggling to get the sales or sales are low. How to do it? Let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up, consider subscribing, turn on the bell notification for more such videos because I guys make a free content for you. So I really appreciate if you consider subscribing to my channel. And also guys, I have a lot of the courses, ebooks, guides, planners to help you guys make money. Some are free, some are paid. Definitely worth the shot. I'm providing so much value. So if you want to go deep, the links are in description. Check it out. Anyways, so as a beginner and newbie, let's talk about what you can deal with. The reality is that the print on demand has changed quite a bit. In fact, a lot from 2020 when I started in 2020 and 2021, I started with the Zazzle. In 4 to 5 years, the print on demand has changed a lot. So much competition has grown up. The things that working back then aren't working that great. And as a new seller, it sometimes seems kind of like impossible to bring in sales, or literally seems like print on demand is a dead end game. People say it's dead, or they say it's a luck game or whatever, or you need to spend money for paid ads or do heavy promotion or something like that. Well, the thing is that the game has been changed, but that doesn't mean it's end. The thing is that there is always the space in the market. There is always the gap in the market. There is always where there is more demand but the supply is not enough, or supply is not adequate because nobody is focusing on it, or people don't know how to utilize it or how to fulfill that demand. And that's why there is always the gap, and there will always going to be the gap. So instead of focusing on the problems like, oh, it's dead, it's not gonna competitive and all that stuff, focus on the opportunity. Where is the gap? Where is the place where you can fill that gap? Where is the place where there is a demand and there is no supply or very less supply? How could you do that? It's the research comes in. So take your time, do the research. And I've made a lot of the videos talking about the different platform research. Check out their playlist. The links are in the on my channel. You can check the playlist, different playlists for different websites, and you can look at the research videos. Basically doing the research, not like looking for wedding, business, birthdays, bridal shower, baby shower. No. Go deep. Baby shower, you look at the baby shower, go deep. Pink color for girls, go deep with the pink colors. Go deep and you will going to find the gap. And there is always the gap. Because the new ideas popping up, new stuffs popping up, and so many people coming online wanted to buy the stuffs online. So now there is a demand for everything. Literally all the niches are working and selling. So like the book niche is quite competitive, just go with the book. But what if you combine the book with the animal niche? This is something new. And I've seen some kind of designs before, and I've made a video about talking on the Redbubble. There are the book combined with a dinosaur, or book combined with the sloth or the fox or the cat or the dog. So that could be the one niche where you combine the books with the animal. This is just a random example. Of course, I've did the research and I made a video back in the past. I don't remember when I made that video, but you can check it on the Redbubble playlist to know more about that video. But bridging the two gap between the two niches could help you. Another thing to keep in mind is promotion. All the platforms are pushing designers and creators to start promoting their products and designs online. And you don't need to have millions in followers to make sales or to bring in sales. You can start with a Pinterest, very low investment platform to promote your products. It's kind of like a search engine. You want to go more deep dive, you can start making short videos. You can share it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You can start with that. No need to be on every platform. It's a lot of work to on all the platform. 1 or 2 platform is enough, and you can build up from that. And find the right keywords. That's another important thing. A lot of the people find the niche and they make the products, but then you take a look at the title and the keyword section. they are using way more competitive keywords, or they are using the keywords that are not even relevant to their design because they think that those keywords people looking for, so maybe they look for and their design will pop up. Well, when you're using the keywords that are not relevant to your designs, it's actually create a bad experience for the customer. They are looking for the book with the sloth, but then you have a star design and you put the book sloth design keywords in your star design, which doesn't make any sense. Unless a person is looking for the star with the book and the sloth, then they can come across your design, but otherwise it won't make any sense, right? So it will be making a bad experience if you're using the keywords that are not even relevant to your design. So make sure you do the research and find the relevant keywords and then use it. Another part is a lot of the people miss out is improving your designs. It takes time to make a really good quality designs and products. It's not an overnight thing, especially if you are not a designer. I come from a non-designer background because I'm medically professionally a doctor. So I had a zero experience about designing. So I teach myself. And in the beginning, the designs were not at all good. And I learned so much. I created worst design, and then I learn what's selling and how people create their design. I look at the other people's videos, and I also look at the other designers' products and designs, how they create them, and I learn from them. Never ever copy other people's work, but then you can learn from them, and then you can come up with your own ideas, and then you can put them and create your designs. So there is always the learning curve to create good quality designs, learning curve to use the right keywords for your title and the tag section, learning curve to promote your products, on which platform work for you and all that stuff, learning curve to understand what kind of designs are selling in your store and double down on that, and do not focus on the stuff that are not selling. There is so much things that you need to learn because there is no school for print on demand. Of course, I do have a course. You can join the course, the Zazzle course, Teepublic course. You can learn more about these platforms, and I'm covering so much in my courses. But traditionally speaking, there is no traditional schooling or university where they're gonna teach you about selling, right? They don't talk about it. They only talk about the theoretical stuff. They don't talk about some things that actually work practically when you are in the playground. So it's a lot of the learning curve. It's a lot of the trial and error. You will going to fail even when you try in the beginning, or even in the intermediate as well. There is always room for improvement. And if something didn't work, do not give up, try something else. Have the ideas. In the first, I remember when I was starting out, I have 20 different niche ideas that I wanted to give it a shot. Because I was like, if this didn't work out, this, and I have 20 write down on the piece of paper. So I never give up, even if the beginning niches didn't sell. Because I know I'm newbie, so hit and trial method would be there, and I'm learning. So never underestimate the power of learning, and keep on learning, keep on improving, and make good quality designs. Learn how to create the designs, learn where learn where to use the fonts, where to use the illustrations, how to combine them, how to intertwine them to create good quality designs, because a lot of work is there in the learning. So these are some things, and definitely print on demand is worth a shot. The game has changed a lot, but still you can make sales. I've covered so much in this video to help you guys understand what you can do differently. Let me know if you have any questions, video topics, or anything that you would like me to talk in the future videos. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.